Okay, to continue with our discussions with parasitology, we have helminthic parasites of humans. So we'll discuss first cestades. So a flat, segmented intestinal parasites. When say segmented, these are what we call divisions, no, found in the structure or the structure of the tapeworm. Okay, segmented yan. So baga dugtong-dugtong siya. Okay. Okay, all tapeworm lack digestive system and they only possess same general body plan. So this is the features of the tapeworm. So they have the strobila. So the strobila is the segmented body of the tapeworm, and they have the head portion. Parang yung head portion nandoon yung tawag natin na scolex. So inside that one segment class, there is a uterus, testes, and ovary. That is why they are also known as hermaphroditic or dioecious. Okay? And of course, diyan mismo sa sulod ng segments, they have a gravid proglottid with eggs, meaning these are almost mature eggs or eggs which wherein naka-connect yung uterine, and they have been protected by a cuticle. So this is the life cycle of tapeworms, or known as the Taenia solium or pork tapeworm. So number one, step 1, eggs and egg-filled proglottids are passed through the environment in feces. Usually kung yung humans ingested or eat uncooked meat of pork, so there is a larva that is present in the meat of that certain pork, which is known to be nagadevelop into a cysticercus. Next, ito yung proglottids will be passed away, okay, or excreted out of the body of humans. Then proglottid that is present in the contaminated food, okay, so it will be ingested again by the pig. And then pig is the intermediate host. Secondary, so host is ingest the eggs and contaminated food. Eggs hatch on the larva, penetrate into the intestinal and migrate to the tissues. Then a larva develops into a cysticercus. Human and repetitive primary hosts ingest cysticercus undercooked contaminated milk. Okay? That cysticercus exists, become a scolex, okay, yung parang head portion niya, and attached to the intestine and then matures. So yung scolex yung parang yan class, parang parang tinatawag nila parang virulence yan, o virulence factor used for attachment. Kung sa bacteria, virulence tawag doon. So mayroon tawag parang sucker yan, tapik nila sa intestine. And adult worms forms new proglottids. So another segment. Then go back to the cycle again. So this is the life cycle of the tapeworm. Anyway, in the lab we will discuss one by one about the different types of tapeworm. Helminth, cestades, or Taenia saginata, known as beef tapeworm. Taenia solium is the pork tapeworm, while fish tapeworm is known Dipilibacterium latum. Okay. Cattle and swine serve as intermediate hosts, and humans living close to livestock have highest incidence of infection. Usually, if you are raising, mayroon kang mga piggery, okay, mayroon kang rancho da, di ba? May mga baka ka da, so prone ka sa parasite helminth infections. Adult attached to intestinal epithelium, okay, in the columnar tissues of the intestine. Most individuals shed through strobila without having symptoms. So, at symptomatic ka. So, yung mga strobila dyan are already attached to your intestine. So, gumukuha isang nutrients hasta maglagba na siya. Intestinal blockage can occur in the large tapeworm. So, the sizes of tapeworm are already in 12 inches. Mahaba yan in meters. So, magkaroon ng intestinal blockage and it will cause already pain. And then, of course, pwede man sa pwede na siya i-undergone ng surgery. Okay? Or, of course, there is a lot of drugs used to treat also these cestades. So, cestode Echinococcus granulosus is a canine tapeworm. Okay? So, ito yung sa mga ido. Okay? Okay. Canines infected by eating cysticerci in various herbivore hosts. Human are accidental intermediate hosts. So, aksidente. Example, consume ng food or water contaminated from dog, feces. So, pwede na may ni muna aksidente mahaklo ni muna. Okay? And it will cause hyatid disease. Mga hyatid disease class, these are disease which presence ng hyatid cyst. Okay? Or hyatid cyst meaning yan cyst that contains fluid-like structure inside. Symptoms followed enlargement of cyst infected tissues. So, practice good hygiene. Okay? After na ampang kada sa imo na pet na ido, kinanan, mahugas kagid sa kamot. Kasi we don't know. Kasi exposed yan sila outside. Not unless if your dog, your canines are usually nandiyan lang sa loob ng bahay niyo. Okay? So, ang problema niyan, if makagawa siya, maka-expose sa other dogs, so may tendency na magkaroon ng natawag natin na contaminations. Okay? So, hyatid cyst usually present in the brain. Okay? Helminths, we have trematodes, flock, are flat, leaf-shaped worms, lack complete digestive tract, attached to the host tissues via ventral sucker to obtain nutrients. Okay, sa ventral sucker. Okay? Geographical distribution limited because intermediate host is limited already. Okay? Group according to the site of the body, they parasitize or they feed. So we have in tawag natin creatures of flock, we have mouth, the ventral sucker, intestine, eggs called in the uterus, and testes. So this one is already hermaphrodite or tawag natin na dioecious. Okay, representations of or the life cycle of the flukes. Okay, number 1, so eggs are passed through feces or urine by humans that is ingested accidentally the fish. Example, yung fish are not well cooked. Okay, in water, eggs hatch into the free-living miracidia or larva. Then miracidia penetrate the intermediate host known as the freshwater, and that miracidia reproduce asexually in small forming cercaria. Ito yung cercaria, usually ito yung motile na larva. Swimming cercaria escape from the snail host, and the cercaria, take note, blood flux penetrate the skin. Pwede. Kaya kung magpadto sa mga talamnan, sa mga humayan, or magligo ka sa mga freshwater, baka may presence ng mga cercaria. Basta maraming snail class, may tendency yan. Or cercaria of lung and some other intestinal or liver flukes settle in the plants and become metacercaria. So pwede dito sa plants magstay kung ang cook ang plants mo. Okay, metacercaria on plants or undercooked fish are ingested by humans, or cercaria of lung and some intestinal liver flukes penetrates the mollusks, yung mga shells, fish or crustaceans. Take note, yan mga mga alimango, okay, kalampay, become encysted by metacercaria in the muscles. So, pwede siyang i-ingest ng humans as long that is considered to be not well cooked food. So, kinahanglan kung magkaungos na o kinahanglan tuon mo maayo, sugbahon mo maayo. Okay? That is one prevention. Okay? To prevention of fluke infections. Okay. Anyway, sa lab class, we will discuss also the physical features and other informations regarding the flukes. So, ito yung natawag natin na representative liver fluke known as fasciola hepatica or gigantica. So, representative liver is fasciola or fasciola hepatica and gigantica. It infects sheep, cattle worldwide. Humans are accidental definitive hosts. So, meaning, mayroon na tawag natin na accidentally lang, na-ingest mo yun. Okay? And then, magkaroon na yung tawag natin na sexual reproduction process. Ingest metacercariae from aquatic vegetations. So, usually, yung mga kangkong. Okay? Take note of that one. Parasite migrates from the intestine to the liver. And chronic infections, occur when flukes inside the bile ducts. So, symptoms coincide with episodes of duct obstruction and even inflammation na. Okay? That's why the patients who are affected this one, they have a big stomach. Okay? Mambaka ay lugayon siya. trematodes or trematoda, blood flukes or schistosoma, dioecious blood flukes. May dioecious, meron siyang female and male reproductive organ dyan or reproductive system. Causative agent of schistosomiasis o na cysto. Sa Pilipinas, mayroon tayo dito. Humans are principal definitive host. Okay? Meaning, dito nagkaroon ng sexual reproduction sa humans. 3 geographically limited species infect humans. We have Schistosoma mansoni, Nematobium, and Japonicum. Okay? Sa Philippines, we have Japonicum. Trematodes, blood flukes, so Schistosoma. Cercariae burrow through skin of humans who contact contaminated water. Larvae mature and mate in circulatory system. Take note, eggs move to the intestine and urinary bladder and ureters. Dermatitis may occur at a site where Cercaria entered. So, tapos sa skin siya, so magkaroon doon ng dermatitis, parang allergy. Infections can become chronic and can be fatal. So, prevention relies on improved sanitation, avoiding contaminated water. Kasi one part in Agusan area class, maraming schistosoma doon. Okay, or case of schistosomiasis. That is why it was been future I mean in Cara David sa GMA, yung mga schistosomiasis patients in the parts of Mindanao sa Agusan, kasi dito walang masyadong what we call this one proper sanitations, especially they have no what we call this one, parang septic tank. Okay, ang sources ng tubig na doon lang sa malaking kanal na irigasyon, nandito man sila gapamuson. So tendency na balik-balik yung cysto doon. Okay, praziquantel is one drug that is used to treat this nematodes or mga parasites. Anyway, sa lab we will discuss also. Okay. So, eggs o schistosoma yan. Kikita yung mayroon siyang spine that is used for attachment. So, Helminths parasites, we have named roundworms are long cylindrical worms that taper each end. So, possess complete digestive tract. They have protector outer cuticle. Parasites almost all vertebrates and mga giant roundworms na tawag doon. Okay? So, futures the life cycle of the roundworms, number of production by strategies. So, yung intestinal nematode shed eggs into lumen of the intestine. So, dira ang tawag ng shedding. Okay? Production. Eggs are consumed in contaminated food or water. So, ito via anal yung via feces. Larvae of some intestinal nematodes hatch in the soil. So, larvae actively penetrate the skin of the host. So, pwede yung host, guys, take note, pwede siyang accidentally what do you call this one, accidentally na makapenetrate yung larva sa skin mismo once exposed ka sa environment na. Some nematodes insist in muscle tissues, so consume raw or uncooked meat. Mosquitoes transmit new species of filarial nematodes ang tawag doon. Adult sexually matured stages are found in definitive hosts. This way sa definitive host na siya makita. Okay? Especially humans. Okay? Yan ang tawag ng Ascaris lumbricoides, so large. Okay? Pwede siya mag-form ng bowl of worm inside. Okay? That will cause also more severe infections, at the same time cause ng death of the individual. So ang cause of death minsan wala ka ng nutrients, nakain na ng mga Ascaris yan. Okay? So nematodes sa Ascaris lumbricoides class, endemic in rural southeastern United States, even here in the Asia, di ba? Lugay. Okay? Lugay yan. Causative agent of Ascariasis, the most common nematode infection in humans nationwide. Eggs are ingested in water or vegetable. Adult worms grow, reproduce in small intestine. That is why class, once you eat, no, in mga kaon, mga mga isaw-isaw na, so kailangan be sure na nalapwahan na siya. Okay? Be sure na mayang pagluto sila. Class, take note sa intestine basi arada ang mga ang mga amunin na mga worms or na tawag na mga parasites. Okay? most infections are asymptomatic, so proper sanitation hygienes are important for preventions of this one. Okay?